Good Tuesday evening, May 6th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Douglas County PUD said service is restored after 1,100 customers lost electricity early this morning. Upper Valley firefighters say a Sunday brush fire on the north shore of Fish Lake was the fault of an unattended campfire that was left to smolder. Expect another warmer than normal day tomorrow with cooler temperatures on Thursday. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. A Leavenworth woman is accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a set of cash-operated massage chairs in the Wenatchee Valley Mall. Douglas County prosecutors on Monday charged 44-year-old Ada Yancey with first-degree theft after more than $31,000 was unaccounted for from the 8 chairs between February 2023 to April of this year. The company that owns the massage chairs, which shoppers can activate with a cash deposit or credit card, only discovered the shortfall last month as they began replacing the equipment. East Wenatchee police affidavits say Yancey was employed to clean and repair the chairs, as well as collect payments and deposit the money. Yancey made her first appearance in Douglas County Court last week and remains free on her own recognizance. She's scheduled to be arraigned on May 12th. While many celebrated Cinco de Mayo, about 50 people gathered yesterday in Wenatchee to honor missing and murdered Indigenous women and people. The group met outside Pybus Public Market and marched through downtown, ending at Centennial Park. Many wore red as a symbol of both remembrance and action. Our media partner, the Wenatchee World, reports Washington has one of the highest numbers of missing and murdered Indigenous cases in the country. At the march, participants carried a large banner listing more than 140 missing Indigenous people from Washington, names gathered from official reports. The true number is likely to be much higher due to racial misclassification and underreporting. Douglas County PUD said service is restored after 1,100 customers lost electricity early this morning. The PUD said the power went out at 5:45 a.m. this morning and was restored by 8:30 a.m., but crews did not find the cause of that outage. Business services at the Waterville Courthouse were briefly limited due to phones and internet being down. The regularly scheduled county commissioners meeting, which is usually held in Waterville, was moved to the Public Services Building in East Wenatchee. The county said the outage did not affect major emergency services. Chelan County authorities are asking for the public's cooperation when accessing the Olalla Canyon Trail, where a major bloom of balsamroot flowers has drawn hordes of hikers. The situation led to serious parking jams over the weekend on the Forest Service road that reaches that trailhead. Sheriff Mike Morrison told Chelan County commissioners on Monday the situation poses a possible hazard for residents as well as a threat of damage to the natural beauty in the area.
So we did go up there, personally was able to check, confirm we do have some issues in regards to parking. We've talked to residents. We have notified our traffic enforcement unit, our chief of patrol. And when I was up there as well, driving, I did see a couple of our deputies in there doing enforcement. So we'll continue to do what we can. This is not unique when it comes to popular hiking trails within our county. As soon as they're found out, we talked about this last year with Kolchak, and then of course it became an obstruction for traffic. I do believe that we have an issue as a county that we may have to look at options for additional parking because there is no parking up there. You might be able to get 3 vehicles. And I think on a typical year when you don't have a super bloom, this is not going to be an issue. But this year is unique. It's, definitely beautiful scenery when you go up there. And it is unfortunate that you have the amount of individuals coming over and treating our county the way they do.
When we come back, Everett-based fusion company Helion has submitted permit applications to build on a portion of Chelan County PUD's 401-acre Rock Island Dam property. And the Quincy Innovation Academy was recognized by the state for student growth during the 2023-24 school year. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Everett-based fusion company Helion has submitted permit applications to build on a portion of Chelan County PUD's 401-acre Rock Island Dam property. The PUD has expressed interest in partnering with Helion to diversify into carbon-free energy that would help serve the ever-growing local power demand. A lease agreement is being negotiated between Helion and the PUD, as well as an interconnection agreement which is required for any company that wishes to connect to the transmission system. If everything goes smoothly, Helion has said they hope to break ground this summer and begin generating fusion power in 2028. The Quincy Innovation Academy was recognized by the state for student growth during the 2023-24 school year. The Innovation Academy offers online learning, a project-based learning program, and a re-engagement program for those who are not on track to graduate or are credit deficient. The Washington State School Recognition Program honored the Academy for demonstrating strong growth among students in one or more racial or ethnic groups. The district said schools selected for growth have shown improvement in graduation rates, attendance, and English learner language progress, among other areas. For the 23-24 school year, the Academy is among 16% of schools in the state to receive the recognition. Upper Valley firefighters say a Sunday brush fire on the north shore of Fish Lake was the fault of an unattended campfire that was left to smolder. Lake Wenatchee Fire and Rescue says the 2:45 p.m. call brought 15 firefighters to tamp down the blaze, which was spreading in grass and brush near the Fish Lake Forest Service Road. They were soon able to control it and trace the source to a small fire ring that hadn't been properly smothered. Authorities with the fire district remind visitors that campfires must be dug, stirred, and drowned properly to keep embers from blowing into nearby fuels. Coming up next, Bricks and Minifigs, a local Lego store near Gateway Cinema in Wenatchee, is celebrating its first anniversary next weekend, and we'll tell you what celebrations are planned coming up in tonight's feature story. Get ready for another warmer than normal day tomorrow with cooler temperatures expected for Thursday. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, so relax, it's done.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station based right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Be sure to tune in for coverage of local sports. Once again, this spring we'll bring you prep boys soccer, baseball, and softball. In addition, we're adding Wenatchee Bighorn basketball in March, April, and May. It's all right here on the NCWLIFE channel, our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as our website at ncwlife.com.
Bricks and Minifigs, a local Lego store near Gateway Cinema in Wenatchee, is celebrating its first anniversary next weekend. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE News spoke with owner Robbie Hildebrand about how business has gone in this first year, the lessons he's learned along the way, and his plans on celebrating with the community next Saturday.
So at Bricks and Minifigs here, we offer a whole selection of Lego products, including new in box, used, retired, hard to find, certified sets, and third-party accessories and things to go with your Lego. We also offer birthday parties, so we pretty much do anything regarding Lego. But we mainly focus on the stuff that other stores can't do. Everyone can do new in box, Target, Walmart, Amazon, Hooked on Toys, but we kind of focus on the things that you can't get there. So the retired stuff, the minifigs, the bulk. Lots of fun stuff that other places don't have. Our most popular Lego is always going to be Star Wars, whether that's pre-built sets, minifigs, or accessories. Star Wars is super popular. Minecraft has gotten a kind of a resurgency with the new movie, so anything that has a movie or a show attached to it is always going to be one of our most popular products. What I remember most about opening the store last year was probably the reaction from the community. It really blew me away how many people showed up and how many people were willing to wait in line to see our little store. It was very humbling to see, 200 people wrapped around the block, lined up for an hour and a half. It was very satisfying to see all our hard work had kind of come together. The store has been received very well by members of the community, local and kind of passing through. We get a lot of people on their way to Chelan, but the thing I hear the most is, thank you for being here. We needed something like this. And I would agree that we kind of need a space for families to come in with their kids, have an experience, rather than just going to a store, picking a set off the shelves and going home. You can come here, spend some time, see some displays and things you'll never see, and really get an immersive Lego experience. The biggest lesson I've learned from this last year is I didn't know much about retail before I started, so anticipating the seasonality and trying to, get stocked up for things and riding the natural waves of people's shopping habits. Summer is great, back to school slows down, so just sort of getting our feet wet and getting that experience has been the biggest hurdle, but we're getting there. Prior to opening the store, I worked in construction with my dad. We're general contractors, so we did a lot of work around the valley for PUDs and residences. So it was building with a different type of stuff. Now I'm just building with little bricks. So when we got this space, me and my manager Mike, who worked with me at the construction company, did most of the renovations ourselves. We did the walls, the drywall, the paint, pretty much everything, even the floor was all our hard work. Lego has always been a huge part of my life, going back to my 4th birthday, which is when I got my first set. I still remember it, I still have it, and I was hooked from then on and never really deviated from that. It's always been there in some form or another. I just decided that I wanted to make it a more central part of my life and share that experience with other people who are also Lego minded. Now that we've kind of got ourselves established, I'd love to do more classes for like the summer, more workshops, kind of robotics things, take advantage of our party room space when we don't have birthday parties. There's a lot of opportunity there to kind of have some educational and fun stuff for the community. So our first anniversary is going to be a big, exciting bash to celebrate a full year of being here. We're going to have lots of awesome new in box prize giveaways. So no purchase necessary. You just show up and you can win some really cool sets. We're also doing an exclusive minifigure printed by our corporate office to give away to the first 100 people through the door. We're going to give away some cookies from Glazed Bakery that have our logo on it. We're going to have lots of cool displays. It's just going to be a big celebration for everyone, for the community, as a thank you for supporting us this last year.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Tuesday. Boy, you could sure feel the warmer temperatures out there today. And even though we did have some high and even mid-level clouds as we look on our tower cam up at Lake Wenatchee, still a very mild day with temperatures above normal. What a great place to be this afternoon. Kaler Glen Golf Course. And we have more golf weather to tell you about as we move into this weekend. Also, watch out for some breezy conditions. I don't think it's so much for the Wenatchee Valley, at least tonight. I think our wind will probably be tomorrow night when we could see winds out of the east 10 to 20 miles an hour. But the Waterville Plateau, you folks over in the Columbia Basin, breezy winds tonight and tomorrow, and along with low humidities and very dry conditions, yeah, fire danger over the next couple of days. All right, high temperature today, we did get up to 77 degrees. That's 8 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. 69 is our normal temperature. 93 our record high, and that was set in 1992. We were at 45 this morning, and that's about normal for this time of year. 46 is our normal low. Our record low, 33 degrees. That was set in 2002. Sunrise this morning, 5:36, and it sets for us tonight at 8:20. All right, getting you into those Wednesday temperatures. Yeah, 80s on our map as we get into tomorrow. 81 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 80 degrees in Quincy. We will be very close to 80 in Wenatchee. We might do it. 79 tomorrow, and then 78 Eniat, Chelan, and up into Omak. 77 in Leavenworth tomorrow, and 78 the high temperature in Kashmir. Should be a beautiful day tomorrow. Tonight, mostly clear skies, thanks to, once again, this lingering area of high pressure out in the Pacific. There is a cold front that will slide through, and that won't be until Wednesday night, but we'll begin to see some high clouds from that late Tuesday. Mostly sunny, maybe a little bit breezy, but not until late afternoon and our evening hours for Wednesday. We're talking high temperatures around 80 degrees, and that's almost all of eastern Washington, and very warm as we get down into the desert southwest as well. For Thursday, more high clouds and maybe some mid-level clouds. That's when the low pressure area that moved through the area Wednesday night will drag some cooler air with it through on Thursday, and we're going to cool down almost 10 degrees for Thursday with high temperatures around 70, and then high pressure, there's that ridge beginning to develop. That will slide into Washington. Mostly sunny and warmer for Friday with high temperatures back into those upper 70s. So a bit of a roller coaster ride as far as temperatures heading into the end of the week. And then for Saturday, what a beautiful start to our weekend. Just some high clouds in north central Washington. We will see warmer temperatures. We're talking readings into the low 80s by Saturday afternoon. For your Sunday, that's when low pressure begins to really take effect of our weather and take hold of our weather as we get into Sunday. It'll bring pretty good clouds our way, so mostly cloudy Sunday. It will cool us off a little bit with that cloud cover, mid-70s, and then we will even cool off some more. Look at that northwesterly flow of air. We're talking mostly cloudy skies throughout almost all of Washington on Monday, with high temperatures actually below normal, with readings into the mid and upper 60s. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. 50 overnight tonight, 79 tomorrow, with some breezy conditions late in the day into our Wednesday evening. Partly cloudy and cooler, 70 for Thursday, and then a beautiful couple of days, Friday and Saturday, a mix of clouds and sun. 77 Friday, 81 your high temperature on Saturday. Before we see some clouds move in, also some cooler temperatures by Sunday and Monday. 74 your high Sunday and 67 for your Monday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Well, a good Tuesday to you. The Mariners lost a marathon game last night against the A's. 11 innings, 7-6 the final. The back-and-forth game had a little bit of everything. The Athletics took the early lead, then Seattle came back to take the lead, only to see the game go into extras and the A's walk it off.
The next 3-2, and Andujar sends it in the air to deep center. Retreating is Rodriguez. He will make the catch, and Rooker's coming home. Soderstrom won't test Rodriguez's arm, and the A's strike first with a sacrifice fly by Miguel Andujar. It's 1-0.
At that 400 mark.
1-2, and that's lined into right field for a base hit. Rounding third is Blade, and the A's have doubled their total. They lead 2-0 as Jacob Wilson drives home the second run of the game, his 18th RBI of the year.
On a 1-1. Little inside out ground ball into shallow left field. Thomas rounds third base, sprints home, and he scores standing. Jorge Polanco drives in another run for the Mariners. It's 2-1 A's in the third inning. Big bouncer, and it's over the leap at first base of Kurtz into right field. Crawford is in. Polanco being held. Rowdy Tellez brings home the tying run of the third inning. Line drive center field. Go ahead base hit. Mastroboni. Polanco scores, and the Mariners take a 3-2 lead. This is into center. Dropping. Base hit. Ben Williamson. Tellez scores. The Mariners push their fourth run across the plate in the third inning.
2 to Langoliers. That's lifted to deep left field. Mastroboni moving back at the track, at the wall. That ball is gone. 4-3. The Athletics back into it. A Langoliers home run, his 7th of the year.
And we knew the wind was going to play a factor. This fastball starts to creep back over the plate. And the man they call Bangaliers able to put a swing on it, and this lands just on the other side of that Toyota sign.
1-0 pitch, grounded hard down the first base line. It's fair. Kurtz comes in to score. Urias to third base. Butler evens the score. It's 4-4. In a 4-4 game. 0-1 pitch. Line drive to right field. Thomas breaks back. He'll make the catch. Rooker will come in to score, and the A's have a 5-4 lead. ABC baseball at its finest, Dallas. And back in front are the green and gold in the 7th.
1-0. Little inside out flare. Dropping. Base hit. Calrani sprints home. He scores standing. Ben Williamson ties the game in the 8th inning.
How many times are we going to see Ben Williamson do this? I hope he doesn't stop. He is such a fun hitter. I mean, this is literally second verse, same as the first. Inside out swing, doesn't hit it hard, but finds grass.
2-2. Not especially deep. Soderstrom in left field. Calrani's on his way home. Throw up the line, and the Mariners have taken the lead on the shortest sac fly you might see all year. Miles Mastroboni gets it done and puts the Mariners in front in the 10th inning.
First pitch to Wilson is grounded through for a base hit. He's getting the windmill home. Blade is going to score. Tie game at the bottom of the 10th.
1-2. Strike 3 call. 99 on the top shelf. Hey, got him! 99 on the knuckles. 2 outs. He struck him out looking. Andres Munoz set him up and knocked him down. 1, 2, 3, the top of the order.
0-2 pitch back up the middle, a base hit. Wilson does it again. The savior in Sacramento. Chaos in the capital city, and the A's win 7-6.
Manager Dan Wilson chose to walk the bases loaded in the 11th to face extreme contact hitter Jacob Wilson. He says that turned out to be a bad choice.
Can you walk us through the decision there in the 11th to go ahead and walk those 2 guys at Mr. Wilson rather than maybe Blade?
I mean, Wilson pushed the ball on the ground, and we were hoping we were, get it on the ground, but we weren't. I mean, he put it on the ground, but able to get it through, and that, that's on me, and that's a tough way to lose.
Two teams face off again in Sacramento tonight at 7:05. It'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Well, with last night's loss, Seattle's just a game in front of the Athletics in the American League West standings. The only other game played by a division team last night was Houston, who lost to Milwaukee 5-1. The Astros remain 3 games behind the Mariners. Hailey Van Lith made her WNBA debut last Saturday with the Chicago Sky. Chicago played against Brazil in a preseason game in Baton Rouge at LSU's facility. Of course, Angel Reese won a national championship with the Tigers and was side by side with Van Lith for a season there. Hailey didn't see the floor until the second half, but made an immediate impact.
Allie Wilson and Rebecca Allen on the floor as well for the Sky. Van Lith on the drive, got aggressive and one for Hailey Van Lith. Her first preseason WNBA bucket. Wenatchee now up ahead to Thaisa Queros. Guarded by Wilson down low. Barajau's pass knocked out of the air by Williams. Now back comes Van Lith, running with Williams. She'll slow it up, drop it off to the fellow rookie in Westbeld, and one for Maddie Westbeld. Her first preseason WNBA bucket.
Hailey Van Lith is not backing down from the challenge of defending her player one-on-one.
Out of Memphis. Van Lith the board. Sky up 23. Bowler checking in and getting aggressive. Van Lith gonna touch it last. 89-62. The Sky win it in Baton Rouge.
Hailey finished with 7 points and 5 assists in Chicago's 89-62 victory. Van Lith has a chance to make her debut in front of Chicago fans at home tonight when the Sky hosts Minnesota as the preseason continues. It's playoff time for spring prep sports teams in our region. The District 5 1AB boys soccer playoffs began earlier this afternoon. Liberty Bell at Warden. Okanagan's hosting Cashmere. Brewster welcomes College Place. Connell's visits Bridgeport. Cascade takes on Warden. Chelan is at Highland, and Manson visits Royal. In the CWAC playoffs, Quincy is playing host to East Valley. It's final week also of the regular season for the Big Nine, with Eisenhower at Moses Lake, while Eastmont is hosting Wenatchee tonight at 7 o'clock. Central Washington 2B League Girls Fast Pitch Playoffs begins today. Bridgeport at Brewster, Okanagan hosting Liberty Bell. Both games are loser-out scenarios. The prep baseball schedule is loaded with playoff games. First in the District 5-6 1A playoffs, Chelan is hosting Zilla. Omak is at Natchez Valley. Cashmere is hosting Connell. The District 5 2A playoffs finds Ephrata at Toppenish, while Quincy plays at Prosser. Both teams face a situation where if they lose, their seasons are over. Central Washington 2B League playoffs have Lake Roosevelt at Brewster, while Tonasket is hosting Manson in the first round. The Big Nine regular season continues with West Valley at Wenatchee in a showdown for first place in the Big Nine. Eastmont is on the road at Moses Lake. That's a lot going on in a short amount of time. That's Sports News. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.